Sure. Even though it was very similar last night in terms of score, what was it, 1-0 last night and then 3-3 tonight, the games had a different feel to it, where last night, we played well in spurts last night. I felt like, we leaned on Noah pretty heavy to keep it a one-goal game, where tonight, and our defensemen, I thought our defensemen played very well last night. Where tonight I felt like it was more of a team effort. Obviously, Logan played very well in net, but I thought we got a much better performance out of our forwards tonight, a much better performance. And I was really happy to see the guys rewarded for their hard work. Never could quite get the lead, and that's the only thing that would have been nice to see if we, I thought when it was 2-2, I'm thinking to myself, geez, if we just get the lead. Then they got the goal with about 7 minutes to go, and there was never any panic on the bench, though, because the guys knew they were playing pretty well. And, we weren't sure we were going to tie it, obviously, but we knew we were going to get some more looks and we'd get some more opportunities. So there was really no panic on the bench. I think the fact that the forwards played so much better tonight, that lent itself to the feel that, hey, we can score a goal. Where last night I didn't think we got the effort out of the forwards that we needed to, because they're a very good defensive team, and Patilla's really good in net. I mean, really good. And, so you need a lot out of your forwards in order to generate offense. We got that tonight.
So you talked about how last night your forwards didn't have as much of offensive pressure. How did you switch that towards tonight and actually get some good chances in offense?
Well, I think a lot of it, there was no strategy involved. It was just a matter of a greater effort from the forwards. Again, it's not that they don't work harder, but when there's scrums along the wall, there's battles for loose pucks. We were slow getting a second player into that battle. So consequently, it seemed like, boom, they're out of the zone. And then, I felt as though when we got it to the point, it was just point D to D and then back down, where I did think our defensemen did a good job. But when it got to them tonight, getting it on net, as you saw, we got a lot of pucks to the net. The forwards were getting into those greasy areas. So even if we didn't score, it was, you could see, hey, okay, if it just bounced the right way, we could have popped one in. So, if you look at Seven's goal tonight, that was on a rebound with him going hard to the net. The tying goal was a rebound Branchow put in. So that's the difference tonight, I think, more than anything, was just a more concerted effort and getting two guys in on loose pucks tonight.
I know that last night you talked about how you're going to try to scramble up the lines and get some different forwards in different places. You put McGrath in tonight, and Branchow was on the top line. Can you talk about how those two players and the line changes have played an effect on this game?
Yeah, sure. Well, there's a lot. Tyler Schleppy's a freshman, and he's playing on the top line right side. And there's a lot. And this team's heavy, them being Michigan Tech. They're hard to play against. And it was a little more than, I thought Tyler could handle, like being on the top line, where I thought 19 and 23 being veteran players, they were driving that line. And so I thought getting another veteran player on the right side there, reducing Tyler's role just a little bit to second line. And then getting Connor back in. Connor's a really good player, but as of late, he's been struggling a little bit. And I think we addressed that last night. And sometimes it does a player good to sit and watch a game. And I thought he had a really strong game. Not only just scoring the goal, but I thought Connor looked like, the Connor from the beginning of the year, where he had some jump and he had some life to him. And I thought he played very well tonight.
Leaving the first period down 1-0 and then ending regulation 3-3 and taking in a shootout, what was being said between those periods to kind of keep the faith, keep the guys honed in to get that shootout?
Yeah, the big thing between the first and second, now there's 2 goals that were scored. The Tech had scored both and was trying to encourage the guys that, hey, we're getting good. This is a different night. We're getting good looks. We're getting chances. This is not last night. It's only a matter of time before we get one. So, keep doing what we're doing. We don't need to change anything. And that was it, because I did think our first period was good. We did have to kill twice in that period. And, the first penalty, it was I wasn't upset with. The second one was one that's avoidable.
Coach, in addition to 2 goals, Jason blocked a big shot.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Is that sort of indicative of the kind of night he was having?
Yeah, he was all in tonight. He really played well, and, moving up to the top line, I think he answered the bell very well. But, yeah, that was a huge block shot at the end of that period, yeah.
I just wonder if he's gonna stick around on that unit for a while.
I don't know. I got to sleep on all that, Yeah, I got to sleep on that. But it's a good question.
Got some points tonight. Feel pretty good as you go ahead to the next series where you're sitting and you strive for your goal of home ice.
Yeah, we needed that tonight. We needed a minimum of two. You lose in a shootout or 3-on-3. It's never a good feeling, but I would have still felt good about the effort tonight. I really would have. Once it gets to a shootout, I mean, who knows? But for us tonight, that extra point meant a lot for us to stay in the hunt for home ice in the first round. So that was a big 2 points.
Coach, a shootout is really a goaltending battle.
Yeah.
Stein takes out one of the best goalies in the country in a shootout. Can you comment on Logan's play, especially in that shootout?
Yeah, no, I thought Logan was very good, and he's been good for us. He really started the year hot. He was the two goaltenders. Had the hot hand when the year started, and then as of late, it's been Noah with the hotter hand. But that's why we wanted to play Logan tonight. Last weekend, I went back to back with Noah, and Noah played great last night. But we know we're going to need Logan too between now and the end of the year. And you never know when he's going to all of a sudden get the hot hand because he's that good a goaltender. Yeah, and we kept, when Logan had the hot hand in the beginning of the year, we kept playing Noah knowing how good he is too. And so the similar feeling went into tonight's decision to play Logan. Hey, we see him every day in practice. We know he's really too good a goalie just to stay on the bench all the time.
Another question. Number 12 team pairwise in the nation. 3 times they have leads on you. 3 times you come back. What's it say about kind of the reversal of your team over the last couple of years, the mindset?
Yeah, we've come a long way. I know it's, we talked about this after the game. We've played them 7 times now. We played them 4 times at the end of last year, right? Like the last 2 games, or near the last 2 of the regular season and playoffs. Played them earlier this year and then twice this weekend. And in those 7 games, 5 have gone to overtime. We won a 1-goal game, and they won a 1-goal game. So what I'm saying is that there's not, the marching orders there's not a lot of difference when we're playing them, and yet why are they so high in the pairwise and we're not? So in other words, maybe there's a lot more to this team than what we've shown even yet, and we can keep battling.
Coach, the dog pound was very loud and very interactive in the game this past week and tonight and then last night. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, it was great. I think, tonight we needed them, we needed a home ice advantage tonight, and because they are a good team. Tech's a very good team. And having that and reminding, the players what it can be like in here when we provide a good product on the ice, it excites them. And I think, they deserve a lot of credit for our victory tonight too. I mean, they were all in the student section right to the end when we tied it. I mean, I didn't see anyone leave when we were down 1. So hats off to them.